NMPP. News out yesterday that Senator Kawa just left the NMPP, a very big stature politician in Kano NMPP. And we even learned Rabbi Musa Kwankwaso himself has been having a series of meetings with Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And that caused the question, is everybody moving towards the center? Are we tending towards the one-party state right now, in which everybody is just, for whatever the reasons are? We have a politician with us, is a chieftain of the PDP, Prince Deyemi. And let's take it, Prince, from the Wole Oke. You harped on that earlier. And his body language, I remember we spoke to you on this program months ago, and you spoke exactly the same way, that possibly he has perfected his plans to move to the APC. But though officially yesterday, he didn't say, he has only said he has defected in that letter. And looking through that particular letter, with his address and everything, he wrote the chairman, PDP Ward 7, Obokun local government, Osun State, and he said, yes, a resignation of my membership from the PDP. I wish to formally notify you that I'm resigning my membership of the PDP with immediate effect. This was concluded after consultation and engagement with my political associates, family, and friends. It is my wish that you accept my resignation in good faith. And then he signed, copied the national chairman, the state chairman, the local PDP chairman in Obokun. And before that, he has been having a back and forth, from where he came from with a particular lawyer who many persons are thinking maybe will be running. That's Pelumi Olajengbesi. And, at the time he said he's the landlord. As far as Ijesha North is concerned, he's the landlord there. And he's your kinsman. That's the same place you are from in Obokun local government. Although the people of Oriade have been having agitation as well. That is it just a perpetual thing? They too deserve a shot. There's somebody who has been there for like 6 times. Since 1999, I think the only person that has ever, represented the good people of Obokun Oriade is Natalia Nagumbiade of the APC. Only one thing, and it has always been Oluwole Oke, who said he's the landlord here. And then yesterday released a particular picture in which he termed, we have it on our screen shortly, Ijesha North for PBAT 2027 movement. So he's showing his foot already, boo for Asiwaju Project 2027. You say it will not be impossible if the calculation of the PDP at the national center will bring a northerner. The southerners will rather pitch their tent with Asiwaju as well. So why will you blame, as your kinsman now, why will you blame a Busayo Oluwole Oke, who has shown his hands and his legs that will be doing and working for Asiwaju come 2027? You yourself, you have said, if the PDP at the national center will bring a northerner, you guys will rather work at least with yourself, and it will not be impossible for Asiwaju Adeleke as well to work for the APC, as far as Asiwaju's presidential ambition 2027 is concerned. So why will yourself and people be blaming Wole Oke for choosing to work for Asiwaju, or possibly will be jumping to the APC? The same thing you guys are doing, isn't it?
There are two different perspectives.
Let's have it.
If Oluwole Oke believes in the party at the state level, he believes in the achievement of Senator Ademola Adeleke, he will know, or we all know, that they are the leaders and they should lead while we follow them. Cannot, even if we are defecting to APC, which I have not said, it is not right for him to now say, yes, I will be the first person to go there. And the reason Oluwole Oke gave for leaving PDP is flimsy. It's just like looking for an excuse that is not there. It is mainly because of his personal desire to contest and go to the House of Rep for the sixth time. I'm telling you that sincerely. Because we discussed, he told me, and many people that he consulted in the 2 local governments have told him straight off that enough is enough, or to get. And before, when we told him, he didn't believe that. Of course, he was looking for support here and there. He contacted the party, and the party told him, you don't have to entertain any fear. As the chairman of the party, what I can only assure you of is that there is going to be primary election. If you win that primary election, nobody will query you. You can as well go. But Oluwoye is used to getting that ticket on a platter of gold, unopposed. He has never partaken in primary election all the 5th time. Simply because the people of Obokun believe that as a ranking House of Rep member, if the opportunity comes for the speakership to come to the south, or especially southwest, nobody can take it off Oluwole. And it's good if you have the speaker of the rep coming from a state, coming from our own local government. And that was the basis of our support for him. We did it for the 4th time, we did it 5th time. But this time around, we know the calculation, we know the equation of God, that we are not likely to form that majority. Even if we are going to form the majority, the people of Oriade are now saying, yes, we have competent people, and we have one particular individual, Pelumi Olajengbesi, that is capable, that has the financial muscle, that has the intelligence to contest this position and win this election. Oluwole feared what might likely happen to him right from the primary election. So he's running away for defeat. Not because he's supporting Ashiwaju.
But now that
let me make another point.
All right.
Oluwole has never been truthful and sincere to PDP.
How?
Even while he was contesting as PDP candidate, he has the habit and he knows that he will always fund APC against the party. He will always fund APC against his own party.
Why? Are there instances to that? Are there evidence?
Of course, many instances.
Share with us.
Many people are watching us live and they know I'm saying the truth. I contacted him. Wole, I heard that you gave money to APC during our election. And his answer is logical, at least to him. What he said was that the last time he won an election, the APC took him to court and he spent a lot on litigation, on lawyers going back and front before he could, win at the court. That this time around, he preferred to cut their friendship so that they will not take him to court. So that whatever money he has given them, we make them see him as part of them. That's
so according to you now, he would rather buy them off. He would rather buy them off. Is he at the local level?
Or let the APC see him as their friend.
Is he at the local level or at the state level?
Both at the local and at the state. He has relationship with all these governors, with both Aregbesola and Oyetola. He funded them. He donated money to them.
All right, Prince.
I'm saying it clearly, and I'm saying it openly. In Obokun local government, he donated money to the candidate who contested against Adewumi Adeyemi Irekandu. This very much I know, because the APC candidate happens to be my own brother. And what Oluwole said was that, well, I know him, he's like my brother, but mere fact that we are in a different political party, it does not mean that if he asks me for money, I will not give him. How do you fund your opponent against a candidate of your party?
But it's the same Prince. It's the same center, the same APC that all of you are heading towards now. If the situation works according to the calculation.
Don't be categorical that we are heading towards APC.
You said it earlier that if push come to shove, you might head towards supporting Ashwaju.
Should we give present article, which we have been saying that presenting article means that article in PDP. So some of us will not support him, we will support Ashwaju, but supporting Ashwaju does not mean that we are all going to be in APC. Except if Ashwaju now say, yes, I accept you as the champion in Osun State. Come and join me. On that basis, it's a win-win for us. in as much as to present Senator Ademola Adeleke as the governorship candidate.
So you are
all right, Prince Odeyemi.
Sorry, you are open to defection now if Asiwaju calls for it.
Oh, of course, why not? Especially if PDP present Atiku. Yes, we are. That is politics. You realign for a purpose. You realign for a purpose. And we are realigning for a political purpose. If Asiwaju is from Osun State, and Atiku as a northerner, and Buhari has spent 80 years already, what justification do we have in Osun State to say we are not supporting our own? It's logical.
All right, Prince Odeyemi. You said you are realigning for a purpose. Let's look at how all this, away from petty party politics for now. Let us look at it from another lens, leadership generally, and how it affects the people of Nigeria and Nigerians. When politicians, when they do things they do, when they realign for their own purposes, my concern is this, and I'm sure that's also the concern of many other Nigerians. When we have people jumping from one shape to another just for their own selfish reasons, in Nigeria, we've been talking about weak institutions. We've been complaining that we have weak institutions. That's why we are not moving forward. But unfortunately, Prince Odeyemi, don't you think we have weak individuals? But what we are seeing now, we are seeing weak individuals who are seemingly spineless and do not stand for anything. At any slightest, threat to their power, to the position of their power, they are jumping from one party to another. And I put this to you, Prince Odeyemi. I asked this question before you came on board. If Asiwaju, some people are accusing him of tyranny. We just heard the statements of Pastor Tunde Bakari the other day. Some people are accusing the president of tyranny. And I ask again, did Bola Ahmed Tinubu put a gun to anyone's head to support him? How did he capture those states? If he's actually capturing states and capturing people, how is he doing it? People are following him voluntarily, okay? Completely voluntarily. My question to you is this. If Asiwaju himself had not stood his ground, then when he was the last man standing, when he wasn't even receiving allocations from the federal government, if he had not stood his ground, would he have the power he has today? Would Bola Ahmed Tinubu have the kind of power he has today if he didn't stand his ground? But what do we have? Look at the other people. I mean, all I see are weak men who are spineless, men who cannot stand their ground. If Bola Tinubu had done the same thing, would he be as powerful as he is today? That's my question to you.
Number one, time, circumstances, and situations do differ. Time, circumstances, and situation dictates what should be your action or what should be your strategy. By the time Bola Ahmed Tinubu stood his ground in Lagos State, Lagos State was more or less like Nigeria. That is where you have all the internally generated revenue coming into you, and you can do away with the federal government. You have all the money to do it. You are mentioning Bola Ahmed Tinubu. How many other governors was able to survive that time or will have survived that scenario? That's why I said time, situation, and circumstances dictates the political strategy or movement that is going to happen. As of today, whether Senator Ademola Adeleke is NNPP or whichever political party, you cannot take something away from him. This is that he is loved by the people of Osun State, and wherever he goes, people will follow him because they have seen his achievement. They have seen his commitment.
So, Prince, you are saying political parties don't have ideologies anymore. They don't stand for anything anymore.
My dear brother, you are in Nigeria. You are a journalist. Tell me if you can differentiate between APC and PDP.
Absolutely not.
Personalities.
And that's the problem. Yes, that's my concern as a Nigerian. That's my concern as a Nigerian.
That's the situation in Nigeria. And nobody, we are all guilty of this. When I say we are all guilty of this, what I mean is that under normal circumstances, if somebody defects from PDP to APC, we still have people who believe in him and we follow him. And that does not mean that the electorate will still not vote for that person wherever he goes. Why don't Nigerians have that principle and believe that this is not somebody we can trust? If you can wake up in the morning if you can sleep as a PDP man yesterday and you wake up to become APC in the morning, then you are not reliable, you are not consistent, you are not a principled person.
My point exactly.
So that is Nigerian system for you. Our own democracy is not the kind of democracy being practiced abroad. I have been an electorate in London several times. I know how people do their own campaign. You don't even have to see them. They only slot a leaflet into your house telling you what they will do if elected. And it is based on that leaflet that you now make up your mind. The Labour is saying this, Conservative is saying this, this other political are saying this. So I would rather go for this. And you go and cast your vote on the election day. And before 5 p.m. or 6 p.m., you already know who is the winner. Does that happen in Nigeria? A lot of factors go into our election. Is it the money? Is it the police? Is it the military? Is it the umpire themselves? Even the NYSC who are supposed to stand by the ballot box? Is it the judiciary? Is it even the electorate who believe in the Boko Sebe, the Boko Rale, charging you 5,000 naira per vote? We are all guilty. This is not democracy, my brother.
So what do you think is the way forward? Should we continue like this as a people? What exactly do you think is the way forward?
The way forward is for the people to be more determined that they are not going to spend the future of their children now. If Nigeria is going to be good, we all have to do away. Yes, there is poverty everywhere, but we all have to make that sacrifice and ensure that whoever we are going to vote for is a person we can trust or that has been tested. Not that before I cast my vote for you, you must give me money.
So we should be more concerned. We should be more concerned about the character of the individuals.
More character of the individuals, their previous achievements. Look at I just have to make reference to the Adele case. Look at the Adele case. You know, they are refined. When I say refined, they have good hearts. If not, God has a way of doing his own calculation of blessing people. Their father is a former senator, their brother is senator and the governor, and now the people of Osun State did not even look at that. They are now voting a former senator and the president in Adeleke. This simply because this is a family that believes that we have been blessed. Let us now appreciate God by blessing people. And that is the reason why when you talk of security, when you talk of this, we have somebody who guides us and say, all this money, I can remember very well. At the point in time when we were to form this government, with due respect, though he's somebody that doesn't like his name to be mentioned, Dr. Deji Adeleke called some of us who believe we work with Governor Adeleke and said, look, you are going into this government. You are not owing me a dime of all the money that I've spent on this election. So don't think you have anything to pay back. And again, don't think you are going to this government to make money. We are using this position to appreciate God. I am going to invite EFCC to arrest even my own brother, Demola Adeleke, if there is any allegation of fraud against him. How much more of you people that are going to work with him? And that has been the guiding principle through which Osun State is being governed. I can stand and I can defend that. So it depends on individuals. Let us see who has committed his life, who is ready to help humanity. It is those people that we should be electing into position. Not somebody who believes, I've been a member of REP for the 5th time, I want to go for the 6th time. When you get all the money from Abuja, you go and spend, you come and spend stipend for them to, 5,000, 10,000 to come and abuse people, praise you.
Prince Adeyemi, this morning you seem to be throwing the electorate, some electorate under the bus to say they are the ones demanding for money. One will say if there is no buyer, there might not be seller, and that that it is politicians who have weaponized poverty to always make those electorates to say, you know what, whatever we can get at this time, please, let's get. Because for the next 4 years, nothing will happen. Possibly once in 4 years, the guy will come from Abuja or from the state and do some things called empowerment, use some millions to buy the grinding machine, you know, motorbikes, and that's all. Exactly. So whatever they can get, they will say the politicians are the ones who have weaponized poverty against those people. In fact, they say politicians have a fund for that already, that on the day of election, they know that some electorates will not come out. And sadly, it's been normalized. Why will you blame the electorate? They can't have enough power. Where we are right now, where this studio is, it's been a terrible power situation, and the management has had to do whatever it can do to keep the company afloat. Not so many persons can do that. They have to generate power for themselves. Sometimes they contribute to buy transformer. Sometimes when the transformer gets 40, they repair themselves. They manage to pave the drainages and all of those things themselves. And it is because the politicians, either the PDP or the APC, have made them that way. You are not blaming them. How about those politicians you are now talking about? It's about interest. And you said this is not even democracy. But all of those things, you will answer them. That will be after this break. Please stay with us.
When you get your news as the break with facts and...
Thank you. Thank you for staying with us, and still talking about opposition politics and the kind of democracy. Some will call it a pseudo-democracy, because some are call it a quasi-democracy. In fact, some persons have said it's just a civilian rule. This is not democracy. And Prince Adeyemi said something like that earlier, that our democracy is quite a peculiar one. It's not the one that they are practicing where we even borrow it from the US, and everything is just upside down. Prince, I was asking a question in which you seem to be blaming the electorate for being the one that are ready to do the Bokosebe, the Bokorale. One will say if there are no buyers, there might not be sellers, and it's politicians that have weaponized poverty. What will you have them do?
I have not limited the blame to the electorate alone. I'm only saying that the correction could start from them by rejecting those money, or even taking it and vote for their conscience, according to their conscience, and for personalities they know will do well in office. I have not limited my blame to the electorate alone. Even the politicians are not innocent of this. I've just mentioned a situation whereby people's personal ambition matters to them than the interest of the masses. Of course, I've made an analogy about people taking huge sum of money in Abuja and just coming to cajole them with data money, take 10,000 naira, take this, take that. And I've not exonerated the judiciary too, whereby even though we are not legal luminaries, we are not lawyers, but there are certain things that you see that are happening within the judiciary, and it is obvious that they are partial. I've not exonerated even the media, who we know that this man is evil, this man is a devil, this man is not capable. But we run a PR errand just to polish his image and represent him to the electorate as a saint. I've not exonerated the traditional rulers, who knows that some people are not even fit. In Yoruba in the olden days, they say, how many people are any that have been given chieftaincy titles? I have not exonerated the National Association of Nigeria, NANS, even the students, who have so much politicized student activism to such an extent that whoever gives them money or gives
because them of time, you know, there are so many persons who will argue and say, even the politicians, we know how it goes, are the ones who infiltrate, you know, whatever NANS do, either at the national level. In fact, some say they are prodigies. But away from that, you know, is the fact that you said that the democracy we are practicing is not democracy. What do you think we are practicing right now? Because And just to add, are we tending towards a one-party state? I want us to just discuss that. What kind of democracy are we practicing as it is right now? And is Nigeria in a full-blown one-party state? Please go ahead.
We are practicing Nigeria homegrown democracy. When you say homegrown, you have deviated from the ideal norms of democracy as being practiced elsewhere. You are now regionalizing it or personalizing it to your own way of doing things in Nigeria. And that's why they call it Nigeria homegrown democracy. That is what we are practicing, not democracy per se.
So are we heading towards a one-party state right now? Practically.
Practically, you may see it that way. But I've just told you that I made the example of PDP. PDP is a brand. It is not going to die. I agree with you, we may not be winning elections now. But that does not mean that at a point in time we will not recruit people, or people will not even come back to the party to fortify it in such a way that we will become a vibrant political party that will be winning elections. So hope is not lost. If some of us do believe that we should not have one party, because it's not good for our democracy if you don't have vibrant and viable opposition.
Oh.
If a government does not see anybody criticizing it, then it's not good for our democracy. So I don't wish and I don't pray that we have one political party, even though it seems that that is what is happening now. But I can assure you, 24 hours is a long time in politics. Tomorrow anything can happen in APC and you see people running back to PDP. It has happened before. Who will ever believe that even Atiku will come back to PDP, Tambuwa will come back to PDP, Bukola Saraki will come back to PDP. Who will ever be saying that by the time they left Jonathan alone?
All right, Prince Odemi.
So, don't let us rule out the possibility of PDP becoming vibrant.
Prince, that actually leads me to the next question, talking about the PDP now. The PDP is supposed to be the major opposition party in Nigeria. Why have you been seemingly dormant? No strong voice in the PDP. Why has it been so? And again, Prince Odemi, are you not worried? Looking at what is happening now, the defections to the APC and all that, Nigerians are watching. Nigerians are looking at all of this. Are you not concerned that this might actually lead to, a coalition party coming out to say, hey, Nigerians, look at the PDP and APC. Just recycling the same set of people. A coalition party might actually come up right now and just, sweep the citizens again.
That is exactly my point. And I've said it earlier. Coalition is about political parties coming together to wrestle power, from the APC. It is going to happen. No political party is an island that can defeat APC. Even the APC you are seeing today, they are not alone. They had to form alliance with CPC or other political parties before they became stronger and was able to win the election. So we are going to use the same system at the end of the day. And just like I said, one thing is sacrosanct. Nigerians who are suffering will determine their fate on the election day. And we dictate which political party is going to win. And what you are saying today, you may not see it again tomorrow.
All right, Prince Odemi, which brings me to my next question. As it is right now, the strength of the PDP has seriously been depleted. The PDP is no longer as strong as it used to be. Are you still holding on to your position that you will not join other parties? Because the last time, the PDP, you were saying, other parties should come and join us, that you won't join. But as it is right now, you don't have that strength anymore. A lot of governors are leaving your party. A lot of eminent personalities are leaving your party. So the PDP, you don't really hold that card anymore. You don't have the bargaining chip anymore to say, no, we are so big, we're so strong, we won't join other parties. So don't you think you might have to change your stance on that?
I am not going to change my stand. And I've made my categorical statement. I will support Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu as a Southerner against whoever PDP is presenting from the north. It's quite different from joining APC. I don't have any reason to go and join APC. let me make myself clear. I don't intend to contest for any political position. I don't. My position in party or in politics now is to ensure that vibrant young men are put in position of authority.
Prince, I'm talking about the PDP joining other parties right now, since they are not strong anymore. I'm talking about the PDP as a party.
As it is now, PDP governors who are the major stakeholders of the party have made it categorical that they are not talking about coalition. And they are saying that possibly because it is Atiku that is behind that is the driving force of that coalition, not the party. Maybe much later, when the Atiku is discredited, before the people he is aligning with, they will now come back to say, yes, Atiku is not PDP. PDP as a political party, we want to form coalition. It is at that point that we start talking together. So they say they are not forming the coalition. They don't believe in the coalition because Atiku is the driving force. Because the parties are discussing with Atiku, or Atiku is the one going around on behalf of the party. And he is not the party. He's just an individual. That you are a former presidential aspirant is never an indication that you own the party.
So you are saying categorically, Prince, you are saying categorically that if Atiku is not in the picture, that you might actually reconsider that move.
If Atiku is not in the picture
as leading the coalition talks.
Of course, yes. Of course, yes. It's logical. If Atiku is not the driving force, if Atiku is not presenting himself as the Alpha and Omega of PDP, it's most likely the PDP as a political party. We have to liaise with other political parties and say, yes, let us form a coalition. It's possible, yes. And that's exactly the game.
All right.
All right. And, one would say for someone like yourself, Prince Denodeyemi has always been in the PDP. You held national office before. And one would say, are you not, at what point did you shift ground? There are so many persons, maybe quite a few, that even when we can say Asiwaju has always been from the AD days to these, ACN days and then the APC days right now, the same ideology, the same party is the one he has been with his comrades. Now, maybe one could say that one for, Odeyemi as well, who has always been in the PDP. Now it seems everybody is open to alliances. Everybody is open to talks and even open to defection if push come to shove. Because you said, if Asiwaju will say, according to you, that you guys are the happening guys in Osun State, come and work with me, join me, then you might consider the movement. What does that do to the legacy that people like yourself, people like other persons that have always been in the PDP are built? And just because you are open to alliances, selfishness, isn't it?
You see, there are two scenarios here, and none has been effected. They are still at the incubation stage.
But you are open to it.
All proposals, they are all if and hypothesis, political hypothesis. What I've said is, we are in PDP, we are not leaving PDP. Come rain, come sunshine, in Osun State, Senator Adeleke will win election as the governor, and PDP is going to win. But that does not that does not mean that we will not be involved in the larger picture of Nigerian politics. And when it comes to the larger picture of Nigerian politics, of course, somebody is more closer to us in Osun State than anybody. Asiwaju Bola Ahmed, politics is not a rock science where you believe this is 2 + 2 is 4. No. And what I'm saying is, it is most likely and it is possible if on the invitation of the president that I want you. Don't forget, when he say I want you, that means the leadership of APC still rests on the governor. And I am only saying this. If the invitation comes, if the invitation did not come, we will still support Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu because he's one of us. As a Southerner, as a Yoruba person, as somebody from Osun State, we have all the reasons.
You keep saying Asiwaju as somebody from Osun State, isn't he from Lagos State? Why do you keep saying that?
Don't let us go that. It's from Osun State. We all know that.
I don't know that.
So don't let us go. Don't let us go into another irrelevant thing. This is a serious talk.
I understand. I understand as well, because there is a reason why people feel the state of origin thing. But that's not the conversation this morning. I'm only saying the people appears to be like a pawn in the hands of politicians. Not that they really matter. You only need them to do your work. So you need them. They matter when the votes count, actually, but it's not that you really care for them. Anybody can. This is the same PDP that APC will castigate, the same APC that PDP will castigate, and you are saying they are doing wrong, they are doing all of a sudden. But the moment push comes to shove, and you know it's about power grabbing or remain perpetually active in politics, then the people don't matter. Is that right? Is that fair on the Nigerian people?
You are making another mistake. And
how so?
The mistake is that you are just opposing the people with political parties. I've just told you that political parties.
I'm just saying maybe Nigerian people are just being used.
Don't see a political party as the omnipotent or as the Alpha and Omega. It is the people.
So party supremacy is dead.
If you have a governor in Senator Ademola Adeleke who is performing well, whichever political party he goes to, people will follow him.
All right, Prince Odeyemi.
So don't let us say political party. No, it's about individuals and it's about achievement. It's about the personality.
All right, Prince.
No political party runs in isolation without the people. You get the political party by the competent and content of people that are in the party.
All right, Prince Odeyemi, but you still need a political party to win an election in Nigeria, so we cannot rule out the roles of political parties. And my question to you directly, Prince, this should be my final question for you. Do you see the PDP regaining its pride of place, becoming strong again, being as strong as the PDP that former President Chief Olusegun Obasanjo left? Do you see the PDP, regaining its pride of place? And what exactly are the steps you are taking as a party to reposition yourself, to become a strong force, to become a force to reckon with again in Nigeria?
I don't deceive myself and I don't lie. I will tell you that PDP is in serious crisis now. In fact, the crisis is so much that we are not even talking of solution yet. But we believe in time and we are hopeful that by the time we see that we are going to lose more in disunity, we will reset our brains and look at the solutions. And what are the solutions? Very simple. Number one, let us forget about ego. Because the ego of these leaders here and there are part of the problem that is causing the problem in PDP. Let us follow our own constitution, not that, by bending it in one way or the other. We have an understanding that after the North, the presidency comes to the South. At the point in time, we now break it, where the president can come from anywhere. Until you follow the constitution and discipline everybody that misbehave. Nobody should be bigger than the party. Then the third one is let us stop rascality. There are some individuals in PDP that are very rascal. Have a way of calming them or talking to them. Then number four, let us have a kind of forgiving spirit. Let us call ourselves into a round table conference. Are we heading towards destruction? How do we salvage this party? And this is what I'm saying. 24 hours is a long time in politics. At a point in time, we will reset our brain and ensure that this is a political party that must not die. And that is giving us hope that PDP will survive.
You have said the PDP is a brand. Do you see the PDP still retaining that brand? Or should we expect to see some changes? Or are you still maintaining that point that the PDP is a brand? Should we as Nigerians expect changes? There might be a coalition tomorrow. You might lose your name. Or do you still intend to keep that brand as PDP?
You see, that is part of the condition in the coalition. We are not going, our umbrella is bigger. Come under it. Let us run this election under PDP or with PDP that has a name, a known name in Nigeria. bring any political party tomorrow, people will ask questions, which of these political parties? They all know our emblem, they all know our motto, they all know our existence. Unlike any mushroom political party. Of course, you cannot be a big fish in a small pond.
So you are sticking to your brand. That's it. Technically, you're sticking to your brand.
Of course, yes.
All right.
Yes.
My part in short, and this will put the brakes this morning, is the fact that you say that if push come to shove, depending on the decision of the the national body of the national or the PDP national level now, whoever they are coming with, you rather pit your tent with an Asiwaju. Is it because you believe he's doing well and you trust his leadership where he has taken Nigeria to right now, or because he's your kinsman?
Because he's my kinsman, one. Number two, I believe in the South. Nigeria is turned by turn.
His capacity doesn't matter right now. What he's doing right now doesn't matter. Let it just be a Southerner.
What I'm saying is, when you are talking of his capacity, we will continue to pray for him that God will endow him with wisdom.
Prince Odeyemi, is Asiwaju doing well? Is Asiwaju doing well right now?
To my own view, not that he's perfect, but not that he's not making effort to make things better.
I think it is a good place to leave it this morning. Prince Odeyemi, PDP chief and former deputy publicity secretary of the PDP. Thank you. It's always a pleasure to talk with you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I appreciate you. I'm always available at any time.
All right. Enjoy your day. Quite an interesting one we had this morning.
Absolutely.
Eye-opening, conversation. Trust us to always speak to issues as well. Femi Ojo is my name. A big thank you to the production team. But then the government of the people, by the people, and for the people is what democracy is supposed to be. But then the choice is yours. We'll see you tomorrow.
Absolutely. And to my fellow Nigerians, shine your eyes. Don't let these politicians pull the wool over your eyes. Look deeper. Look at the character of the people you are choosing to lead you. Not people who cannot stand their ground. Not people who have no convictions. Not people who don't have any ideologies, who believe in nothing. Be yourself. Check their characters before you support anyone. And stay true to your cause. Emeka Daniel is my name. Thank you once again for joining us. Let's do this again tomorrow as we bring you a fresh edition of Morning Spring on Western Spring Television. Do have a wonderful day. Good morning.